live. Shannon can attest to that. It's always weird, but that's okay. So I texted my family, friends, and team in our group chat. I'm like, nailed it. I did my best. I know it was good. I said everything I wanted to. It was, you know, it was good. So that was the closed door interview, and those were the questions asked. Next, somebody asked, what was the schedule at Miss Universe like? Did you have a lot of sleep and things like that? No! What is sleep? So the schedule was intense. You would be waking up at 4 a.m. to get ready to work out, to look the part. Breakfast would be, you're ready to go down at 7:30 in the morning, and then you'd go straight into rehearsals, shoots, this, that, the other. There was no break in between things. Like, everybody had a different schedule, but I know with mine, I was scheduled for a lot of things and a lot of activities. And for that reason, I would have to pack all my stuff in the morning. And the first day, I didn't know it was like that. And I had photo shoots scheduled, lunches, registration, and I didn't know. So I wasn't fully prepared. I was really stressed and I didn't tell anybody. But I went down for breakfast, and then my chaperone was like, okay, now you have this, 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 and this. And I was like, okay, I'll be fine. Frantically go back to my room, get out outfits, pack a bag, like what am I doing? Like, I was stressed. But it was, then I got used to the schedule, and I knew, I'm like, the next morning I am not going to make this mistake. But we had like no sleep, and that's okay. I would go to bed at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, wake up at 4:35. I was probably delirious. That's okay. My roomie and I would have naps whenever we could. There was one nap that I had where it was the middle of the day. I had some downtime, and I was sleeping, and I fall asleep with my mouth open. So I was like, a housekeeper let herself into the room, and I woke up to her standing over me, and I was like, and then my eyes opened, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I apologized that she had to look at me sleeping with my mouth open. It was just embarrassing. Anyway, it was a hectic schedule, but I think they do that because, you know, if you win Miss Universe, your job is to be traveling, photo shoots, this, that, the other. So I think it's important to be capable of taking this sort of thing on. And I think I did. My roommate was Bahamas. She was amazing. And let me tell you about the schedule. Her and I we were useless together. I sleep in. Sometimes I miss, you know, I'm late to things. She's worse. I can tell you she's worse. And every night we'd go to bed and say, tomorrow morning we are not going to sleep in again. We are going to wake up early and we're going to exercise, and our body is a temple, and yada, yada, yada. And then we would sleep in every morning. We would sleep in every morning and go to bed really late as well, because we were up talking foolishness every time. So that was that. The next question. Do I think the pageant, so someone's, well, okay, I'll come back to that. But somebody asked, how did I feel on stage? I felt amazing. I felt peaceful. I felt like I knew I was meant to be here. I knew that I was in the right place at the right time. I had given everything, and I was standing there the most powerful, confident, and worthy, you know, version of myself. So I felt great. I was not nervous on stage at all. I was loving every minute of it. How do you handle periods in pageantry, like menstruation? So due to all the stress that I had in the lead up to Miss Universe, I was not due to get my period till after the pageant. And I remember when I arrived in Miami, I woke up one morning and look, I'm not going to be shy about this stuff. I started bleeding unexpectedly, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? This is not expected. And it was because of all the stress that my body was under, and my hormones went crazy, and it completely messed up my menstruation cycle. And I was speaking to a number of the other queens, and they had the exact same thing. So I think, you know, tampons are your best friend, because nobody would know. But it's just, as, you know, people who menstruate, it's something that we just deal with, you know. If you're wearing a swimsuit, you'll find ways to make sure that things are concealed and you're okay. There's medication you can take if you get bad symptoms. So I was lucky that my period, yes, it completely messed up and it came early, but it was the week before the pageant. And I sort of had it on the first few days, but it was manageable.